Eun-woo's tears started flowing as he thought of Moonbin. He felt so helpless that he had not been able to save his best friend. The thoughts of Moonbin's pain brought intense feelings of sadness. He felt awful that he couldn't protect him. Eun-woo's eyes filled with tears as he remembered the days when they were together. He would never be able to see him again. The tears seemed to never end. He cursed himself for not being able to help Moonbin and wished that he had done something more. Memories of Moonbin flooded his mind and he was overwhelmed by the emotions he felt. He knew that nothing would ever be the same without him. Eun-woo tried to hold back the tears, but he was unable to stop them. The pain of losing Moonbin was too much to bear. He took a moment to try and regain his composure and take a few deep breaths before continuing on with his life. Even though he knew it was a necessary part of life, the thoughts of losing someone he was close to still hurt so much. In those moments, Eun-woo could only think of all the good times and happy memories he had with Moonbin. He wanted to freeze time so that they could all stay together forever, but he knew he had to move on and accept what had happened. Eun-woo wiped his tears and stood up, determined to make his life a living tribute to Moonbin and live each day with an appreciation for all that he had. He knew that he could never forget his best friend, and that he would keep the memories of him alive until he too was gone. Eun-woo's sadness intensified as he thought of all the time they had spent together and all the things they had shared. He felt the pain of his own mortality and, for the first time, realized that everyone he loved was going to leave him eventually. The thought of having to say goodbye to them all made Eun-woo weep even more. He wished he had the power to stop it and keep them all close to him forever. His tears seemed to know no bounds, and soon he was overcome with a feeling of despair as he let out years of pent-up sadness and grief. He eventually curled up on the floor, allowing himself to be enveloped in sorrow and to mourn the loss of his beloved friend. After a few hours of his uncontrollable crying, Eun-woo slowly stood up, feeling a little better thanks to the release of all of his repressed emotions. He knew that no matter what happened, he would never forget the things Moonbin had taught him and that his friend was still with him in spirit. Eun-woo made a vow to himself that he would continue to grow and live life to the fullest because that was what Moonbin would have wanted for him. Taking a few more deep breaths, he began to compose himself and gain strength from Moonbin's memory. He now understood the true meaning behind the saying of cherishing every moment while it lasts and living life to the fullest. He made a promise to himself, to never let his best friend's legacy fade away and to continue to live life the way they had together. With a heavy heart and a few more tears, Eun-woo said goodbye to Moonbin one last time, knowing deep down that he would always be remembered. He then looked up into the night sky and said goodbye to the many memories he shared with his best friend, all the while praying that Moonbin was watching over him.